Almost everyone in Southwest Virginia has used the Blue Ridge Parkway. It's unique to the area, but because of cuts in federal funding, there have been challenges to maintain the park, which is why state leaders are asking for money to help pay for maintenance for national parks, including the Blue Ridge Parkway. WSLS 10's Duke Carter joins us now in the studio. So, Duke, you spoke with Senators Tim Kaine and Mark Warner. What do they want to do to raise awareness about this issue?
Good evening, Lindsay. Well, Senators Tim Kaine and Mark Warner have written a letter to congressional leaders asking for funding to fund national parks to address what Kaine says is a $6 billion, that's with a B, backlog in maintenance projects like clearing the trees that overlooks throughout the parkway. It's something leaders say can affect tourism in Southwest Virginia. If you travel along the Blue Ridge Parkway, you can easily see picturesque views you won't find anywhere else. But these views are getting blocked.
The views have become overgrown in many cases.
The executive director of Friends of the Blue Ridge Parkway, a nonprofit organization, says sometimes the overlooks can get crowded with limbs and they have to be maintained. And sometimes it's done by volunteers.
Maintaining some of these views that do not require heavy equipment.
We know through working with the National Park Service with the Explore Park Master Plan that the Blue Ridge Parkway has been underfunded.
Scott Ransberg is the information manager for Roanoke County Parks and Recreation and Tourism. He says anything that helps bring funding to the Blue Ridge Parkway is vital because the parkway is a tourist attraction. It brings people to check out Explore Park in Roanoke County.
Especially as it pertains to outdoor recreation, tourism, that's really growing at this time.
And that's why Senators Tim Kaine and Mark Warner wrote letters to congressional leaders asking for funding for national parks. Kaine says there's nearly a $6 billion backlog for maintenance projects like infrastructure, maintaining visitor centers, and rest stops. And just last year, the National Park Service was forced to defer $163 million in non-transportation maintenance projects at its sites in Virginia. Now, nearly $18.5 million of that money was for the Blue Ridge Parkway. And Kaine says national parks like the Blue Ridge Parkway are vital for tourism.
Virginia is now one of the top 10 tourism states in the United States. So in terms of, people coming to visit, we're top 10. And one of the reasons we are is because of our national parks.
National parks with scenic views that draw visitors to Southwest Virginia.
There are many folks who come through this area on the parkway.
Now, Kaine has come to Roanoke and helped clean up parts of the Blue Ridge Parkway to bring attention to some of the needs there. He says he's also planning to go on a hike in the coming weeks to celebrate the centennial of national parks.